What's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to animate any photo into a 3D visualizer in After Effects. You can use these to create cover art animations or any type of edits. Let's get straight into it. So first we're going to use Photoshop to isolate our layers. We have this photo of Don Toliver performing at Summer Smash. We're going to make it come to life. So basically when you do these visualizers, you want to think in depth. So this is first, the little speaker thingy. Then we have our subject Don Toliver. And then we're going to have another layer, the rest of the background. So first we're going to isolate the speaker so we can zoom in with Z and then select the pen tool with P, click H to drag around. Let's do this. It doesn't have to be super precise. Then let's go around and create a mask. Then let's right click and do make selection. Let's make the feather around 1 pixel and let's create a fusion mask. So basically a fusion mask is really helpful because it allows us to change the mask afterwards. Now that we have this, we're gonna Command C, Command Shift V to duplicate and then delete this one to have the layer under. And then we're gonna remove the speaker out of the shot. So we're just gonna put it above a little bit, something like this. And you want it to go over the object. So let's do something like this. We're gonna go to edit and click on generative fill. And that's a really useful AI tool that Photoshop has. So it's going to create our background for us. So you just click on generate without typing anything. Then you wait. And now under the speaker layer, this should be isolated. To isolate Don Toliver, we're just going to go to quick actions on the right there and click on select subject. That should do a pretty good job, but it's not perfect. So you want to go up to here, select W to get the quick selection tool. Then you just click and alt click to delete. So now we can go ahead and press on Fusion Mask once again, and it'll isolate Don Toliver. Then what we're gonna do is Command C, Command V again, delete the layer on there, and then we can rename our layers. Then select the background layer, and then we're gonna select. So in order for us to create that illusion that the subject is there and the background is there, we have no choice but to remove Don Toliver out of the background layer so we really get that illusion. Just click L to select the lasso tool, and then we're gonna go around our subject right here. Now when you get this, you wanna go to Edit, Generative Fill, and click on Generate. And it's gonna create a clean plate for our background. So as you can see, when we turn off that layer, we get a clean plate, which is perfect. Then we're gonna merge generative fill background. We're gonna do merge layer. And then we're gonna also merge these two together, the two generative fills. So now we should get the background, Don Toliver, and the speaker part. Now we're good to go. Now that we're in After Effects, we're gonna import the Photoshop project file into our project tab. You wanna make sure that it's on composition, click OK. We're gonna go into the composition. As you can see, we have our 3 layers right here. So what we're going to use in this video is a script that saves me so much time. All right, so I'm going to show you how the script works. It is such a time saver, but if you don't want to make the investment, you don't have to worry. I will also how to create a 3D camera from scratch. So basically the traditional way to set up a camera scene and all of those things, clicking it right there, it's going to make it 3D. And then you're going to right click, go to new, set up a camera and click OK. And then we have to set up the depths so that we get this 3D effect. So for the background layer, we're gonna press P. Let's put it 3000 pixels further. And then as you can see, it made it smaller. So we're gonna press S to scale it up. And then for our subject, we're gonna leave it at 0 right there. And our speaker, we can put it a bit forward. So let's say minus 300. And then you're gonna scale this back down. And then as you can see, when you go in the position features of the camera, you can keyframe this, go a bit further, and get this kind of effect. And now as you can see, we kind of get that 3D effect that we're looking for. It's looking decent, but it really needs some more movement and stuff. So that's why I love using 3ds Pro, because it really automates this whole process within seconds. I'll show you. So I have the script right here, 3ds Pro. All you gotta do is click on Create 3D Camera and Layers. And now you can adjust the position as you can see right here. So of course we have black borders. So to help get rid of that, we're going to do scale background. And then for the speaker, it is a bit far. So we're just going to press P, bring it back just like this. And what I love the most about this script is the camera shake feature. So you just click on add camera shake. Then when we do the same animation as we did previously, position it, scale it closer, copying that keyframe, Command C, Command V. We're just gonna ease those keyframes. And now in a matter of seconds, we already get this insane visualizer. I really wish I had this script when I used to do cover art animations. I'm telling you, it'll save you a bunch of time. So if you guys wanna go get that, you can use my promo code GUS5 and you'll get $5 off at checkout. Let's get right back into the video. So now we're gonna add some realism to our scene. So we're gonna add a depth of field effect. You simply wanna go up to 3D camera, camera options, and activate depth of field. That's because we need to raise the aperture, the same settings as a camera basically. I like putting it to somewhere like 150. So basically the goal is that when we're zoomed out, we don't really see our subject that well. And when we zoom in, we're gonna see him perfectly. So in order to do that, we're gonna go at the exact same place where the keyframe is in the middle when we're zoomed in. And you want to make sure that it's focused. It's looking perfectly focused right now. I put it at 1400. When we go back now, it's blurry and then it becomes clear. So now we get this. I'm going to put the animation keyframes a bit closer so that we get more movement into our scene. With the 3D5 Pro script, we can also adjust the shake intensity right here. So if you want it to have more energy, I'm going to leave it at the default setting though. It's already looking pretty nice. The default features are pretty good. And the frequency as well. So if you want to make it faster and for the shake to happen more often. For my people who like doing visualizers, cover art animations, I'm going to give you guys some special sauce. I'm going to show you how to animate Don Toliver without single-handedly changing every little feature and stuff. I'm going to link a free script in the description that you guys can download. And I'm going to show you how to use it right now. It is typically used to animate hair and stuff. Now we're going to use it on him and it looks pretty good. Let's do it. So we're going to go to the puppet tool right here. And then we're going to start adding pins first to the legs, then to the crotch, and then to the middle of the body, the neck, to the shoulder right here, the elbow. So we're basically building a skeleton. And then we're going to put another one right here and one right here. So that should be enough. And then we're going to go to window and look up this script that I left for you guys in the description. So now you should have a really goofy looking animation. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to reduce the intensity and stuff. We're going to make it look good. So we're going to click on the master controller. On the master frequency setting, we're going to make this 0.2. And for the amplitude as well, 0.2. Actually, we're going to make the amplitude maybe 0.4. So now we're pretty much down to the finer details. We're going to add a flicker animation. We're going to do that by creating a new adjustment layer, adding the exposure effect to our layer. Let's make the exposure 0.3 and then alt click on the stopwatch. And we're going to add an expression that is going to randomize the flicker effect. We're going to write wiggle, parenthesis, 5 and let's say 0.7. And I'm also going to make the aperture a bit more intense. That way we get more of the depth effect. And then also another trick. We can start the animation by first zooming in, playing in. We're going to get a nice 3D effect by doing that. And then you can also add light leaks overlays, anything to really add some more depth to your animation. But this is basically it. Let's look at our final result. So if you guys want to cop 3D5 Pro and save a bunch of time on those 3D camera sequences, I really recommend it. You guys can use code GUS5 at checkout to get $5 off. Once again, I really wish I had this tool when I was doing those cover art animations. It would have saved me a bunch of time, so I wouldn't pass out on this. With that said, thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing and please let me know in the comments what type of tutorials you would like me to cover next. I'll see y'all boys soon. Peace.